I'm Johannes from Avatar. You're watching ramsign.co.uk. John here started the band when he was around 14 years old or something. It was 2001. And me and most of the other guys, we joined in between 2002 2003. So we basically grew up together learning how to play. So we are pretty much childhood friends. And yes, it's quite scarily long time now.
Yeah. And I know you've got, is it 4 albums behind you now?
Mm-hmm.
And it was really Black Waltz that kind of stood out and really created a buzz. What is it that you did differently that you think caused that buzz?
With Black Waltz?
Yeah.
Well, I think that was the first time we for real finally got our shit together. We did great music before, that's for sure, but we weren't really, like I said, we grew up learning to play together. And at the same time, we got the chance to release an album, our first album, when we were, some guys in the band weren't even 18 years old yet, which means that we really developed in under a spotlight. So, with Black Waltz, suddenly we found this path in music where we felt was ours and only ours, a place of our own to be, and with that also everything else started to fit together. That Avatar as a concept and as an art piece in its whole started to develop drastically compared to the past. So I think it's much more clear today, I guess, compared to the past, what Avatar is about.
And what is that?
Oh, you have to listen to the songs and you'll find out.
Well,
and come and see us later.
Yeah, we definitely will. We did really enjoy Black Waltz. I guess one of the most dramatic things that we've seen in physical change is the makeup side of it. Is that new since Black Waltz?
Yeah, exactly.
And how did you kind of come up with that, or did you just think that'd be a good idea? Or?
Well, it came about a bit pretty organically actually. We were doing some photo shoots for some tryouts for album covers and stuff. And one idea was having me swim around in a lake of fire. Now, Photoshop is not cool, so we needed an actual lake with actual fire. And for that, we worked together with this guy, Bryce Graves. He has a group called Helsapapin, a sideshow circus freak group. And so he was our pyrotech for that photo shoot because no one else was crazy enough to try it with us. And then he showed some other tricks, and we realized that's a perfect fit to this track we have on the album, Black Waltz. Let's do something. Let's do a video together. Let's develop and deepen our cooperation here, collaboration. And with that, he I lost track. Wait.
And with that, we came to make a video. Finally, I get to talk. We came to make a video together with him, and when we were planning the video, we felt like you can't just look like you're doing. You have to fit into the video in some way or another. So we just asked the makeup girl can you just do something? Yeah, I can do whatever you like. Just do whatever you like. And then she drove a clown on me.
So it was very spontaneous. And what happened is that when that came on, something clicked. And that started to speak to me in a way that is really hard to explain, but it really, putting that on and seeing that face, it awakened something that really wasn't there before, but was well hidden. And it was this great fit that with what we were doing all around, musically and lyrically and everything, suddenly the music got its face.
Yeah.
And that, again, opened the floodgates for us to really develop Avatar into something much more than just a bunch of metal songs.
Yeah, and I've noticed, like, with some of your videos and things, you really like the shock factor. Is that something that you incorporate into live performance?
Do we? Well, the thing is,
not as...
That's expensive, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you kind of give me the Rammstein vibe a little bit. Would you aspire to have a live performance as flamboyant and crazy as that?
Again, the thing is that we look at Avatar as something, a full concept and an art piece in its whole, where everything needs to fit together. And then that means that we are also, we are a visual band just as much as we are a musical band. and everything needs to make sense together. And that also, of course, it affects the live performance and the way we do our show. Then now just the sky is the limit for what we will pull off live, but it's a budget question at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell us a bit about your new album, Hail the Apocalypse. When is it out, and who are you releasing it through?
It is released in Europe in May 16. I think it will be released like 2 days before in Germany and those countries, but you're from UK, I can May 16th.
We're learning the accents differences.
And it's going to be released through in Europe through the label we always work with called Game.
Gothenburg-based one from Home Sweet Home.
Tell us a bit about the songwriting process for that. How long did it take, and did it kind of run smoothly? Was it a smooth process?
Answer to question 1 is forever, and question 2, no. But we're always like that. We're pretty special. We have a pretty special method in writing in our band because we have a total lack of method.
Okay.
We don't really have that band dictator who delivers the song to everyone. The door is open for everyone to do it, and we always try to find this balance between individual work and then group collaboration, because you can rest assured that the final result that you get to hear is always something that the whole band put their hands on and something finished up together. And doing that journey together, it's tough. Also because we don't settle for anything less than greatness. So it was a hardship. I don't know how long it took. I guess we took a month off after Black Waltz was released before we started recording riffs again.
Yeah. 1.5 years, I think.
Yeah, could be. And but we got a pretty sweet payoff this time because we went to Thailand and recorded it actually. Where our producer had moved there, and we just followed him and got to spend on the Thai countryside, isolated ourselves. And on the way over, we watched a documentary about the Sound City Studios that Dave Grohl put out, and there are so many big stars in that want to talk about how doing it live, the organic blah 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 blah, and we decided that we can do that, and so we recorded this one live. Everyone being in the studio together, facing each other instead of staring at your feet. And
do you think that made quite a big difference?
Huge difference. It's, that is exactly what we needed to really take ourselves to the next level.
How would you describe the theme as a whole, if you could, of the new album?
Well, the albums are, lyrically, they always are, a study in darkness. And mostly from a psychological standpoint, the shit we face and how we deal with it, and our failures and shortcomings. And one of these things, Hail the Apocalypse, is another way of basically embracing darkness. And the clown being and the circus show is always there because that is the dark side coming out and telling these stories. So now the clown got presented last time, and now he's out on a voyage facing the total destruction of this universe.